great to have you here for this new episode. Today, we're diving into something pretty important: alternative proteins and why they're shaping the future of food.
Yeah, it's a fascinating topic. And just to be clear right away, alternative proteins aren't about pushing veganism or some passing food fad. It's really about a practical challenge. How do we feed a growing population sustainably?
Exactly. By 2050, the world's population is expected to hit around 10 billion. And as incomes rise, especially in developing countries, people want more protein-rich foods: meat, dairy, eggs, fish.
Right, and here's the kicker. About 77% of the world's agricultural land is already used just for livestock production. Imagine owning a huge house but using almost every room for just one thing. It works, but it's super resource heavy.
Yeah, livestock farming needs tons of land, water, feed, and energy. Plus, it's a big contributor to greenhouse gas emissions. So, the current system has fed us for decades, but scaling it up to feed billions more? That's a huge problem.
And that's where alternative proteins come in. They're trying to redesign how we produce protein, using fewer resources.
Now, some people wonder if this is just hype, but the numbers tell a different story. The alternative protein market was worth about $14 billion in 2021, and it's expected to nearly triple to $38 billion by 2030.
That's roughly an 11% compound annual growth rate, meaning the market grows on top of previous growth every year. So it's not just a blip, it's a serious long-term shift.
And geographically, North America leads the market, but Europe is catching up fast, especially with new sustainability rules pushing change.
So what exactly are these alternative proteins? There are four main types. First, plant-based proteins from crops like soy, peas, lentils, and chickpeas. These are used to make meat-like products like burgers and sausages.
Then there's insect proteins, from crickets, mealworms, and black soldier fly larvae. They're super efficient, needing way less feed and water than traditional livestock.
The third type is microprotein, which comes from fungi, kind of like growing mushroom-like biomass in controlled environments to produce protein.
And finally, cultured meat, real animal meat grown from animal cells in labs, without raising or slaughtering animals. It's still emerging but promising.
Plant-based proteins dominate today for a few reasons. They're better for the environment, people feel more comfortable with them, and the technology is more ready. For example, textured vegetable protein can mimic meat texture pretty well.
Plus, plant-based foods usually last longer and fit better into existing food safety systems.
What about nutrition? People often worry if these proteins have all the essential amino acids our bodies need.
Good point. Humans need 9 essential amino acids, which we can't make ourselves. Some plant proteins might be low in 1 or 2, but food scientists blend different proteins, like pea and rice, to create a complete profile. It's like building a sports team where each player complements the others.
That's a great analogy. And they also check protein quality and digestibility to make sure the final product is nutritious.
Of course, there are challenges. Regulations for insect and cultured meat are still evolving. Allergies can be a concern, and cultural acceptance. Food is emotional after all.
Not to mention cost. Many alternative proteins are still pricier than regular meat. So innovation has to balance science, regulation, culture, and economics.
Looking ahead, there's exciting stuff like precision fermentation, using microbes to produce specific proteins, kind of like brewing beer, but for food.
And hybrid foods that mix plant proteins with cultured fats to improve taste and texture. Plus, AI is helping design and optimize these foods before they're even made.
So the future won't rely on just one solution, but a mix of technologies working together.
Why should listeners care? Because food today is more than cooking. It's science, regulation, innovation, and health all rolled into one.
For students and professionals, knowing these trends is essential for exams and careers. And for everyone else, understanding the science helps cut through marketing hype and make smarter choices.
Well said. That's a lot to think about, but it's clear alternative proteins are more than just a buzzword. They're a key part of how we'll feed the world sustainably.
Absolutely. Thanks for joining this conversation. We'll be back soon with more on food innovation.
Looking forward to it. Take care.